We were doing experiments in the mid-1990s trying to see, could the power of the mind in any way have something to do with it? And we'd done an experiment where we'd drawn a crop circle, sort of basically fairly simple, 6 circular elements in a line, and we had performed some kind of meditation, if you want to call it that, up on a hillside, and that exact shape appeared as a crop circle that very night.
What if the message we've been searching for in the stars has been under our feet all along? For decades, crop circles have been dismissed as hoaxes or art projects, bizarre formations in fields easily explained away. But now, artificial intelligence is doing something no human has done before. It's analyzing thousands of these formations without bias. And what it's finding is changing everything. From perfect geometric patterns that defy human execution to electromagnetic and gravitational anomalies detectable from space, something intelligent might be trying to get our attention, and it's not hiding anymore. In this video, we'll break down what AI is uncovering, why it can't classify some crop circles, and the deeper cosmic and even psychological connections that may be in play. This isn't just about pretty patterns in a field. It's about encoded information, cosmic maps, and a signal we've only just started to decode: the pattern that broke AI. In a landmark experiment, researchers trained an AI on over 10,000 human-designed visuals, everything from mandalas to architectural blueprints. Its task? To recognize, categorize, and compress visual data. When crop circle patterns were introduced into this system, it flagged something unexpected. Among the thousands of designs, one specific formation caused the AI to essentially short-circuit. It couldn't compress the data. It couldn't match the formation with any known category of human, natural, or random pattern. The researchers were stunned. This wasn't just a misclassification. It was an outright rejection by the AI's core algorithms. The pattern exhibited what experts called algorithmic entropy, a complexity so foreign that even deep learning systems couldn't reduce or interpret it. It wasn't that it was too chaotic, it was too ordered, in a way that didn't match any known art form or natural design. More shocking, physical evidence at the site backed up the anomaly. These formations weren't just flattened crops. The stalks were woven together, something difficult even with machinery. There were no entry paths, no equipment marks, and no broken stems. People flying over the area hours before saw nothing. Then, suddenly, a massive, geometrically perfect formation appeared out of nowhere. Whatever made this pattern, it didn't leave a trace, and it didn't fit anything the AI had ever seen. That one pattern became the catalyst for a new kind of investigation, one where artificial intelligence became the primary tool for exploring the unexplainable. Physical evidence that refuses to be ignored. AI's confusion with certain crop circles isn't just a visual anomaly, it's physical, measurable, and disturbingly consistent. When researchers examined these mysterious sites, they didn't just find bent crops. They discovered microscopic metallic spheres embedded in the stalks, tiny particles that had undergone rapid heating and cooling, a process not reproducible with handheld or portable technology. Thermal imaging told another story. Investigators using high-resolution heat maps found lingering heat signatures long after the formation had appeared. Some visitors even reported a strange, burning sensation in their hands, something now verified by infrared overlays. These aren't just stories. There's hard data showing localized heat activity with no known source. Even more compelling are the electromagnetic readings. Using specialized sensors, scientists detected strong electromagnetic fields centered precisely within the crop formation boundaries, but no evidence of tampering, footprints, or machinery. The crops themselves told a deeper story. Their stalk nodes were bent at right angles, not broken. This bending, according to lab tests, could only be achieved by applying intense, focused bursts of energy, not by planks or boards. Satellite scans from missions like NASA's GRACE and Sentinel-2 even detected slight gravitational fluctuations at the sites of these formations. That's right, some formations altered the gravitational field of the Earth in their localized area. Combine that with soil samples showing changes in mineral structures and magnetic polarity, and we're looking at something far beyond pranksters in the night. In short, the data is stacking up. We're not just talking about flattened wheat. We're talking about alterations to the Earth itself. And that means the mystery isn't going away. It's only getting harder to ignore. The 1% that defies logic. Even the most skeptical scientists agree. 99% of crop circles are probably man-made. But it's the 1% that keep them up at night. That tiny fraction of formations is where things get unexplainable. These are the patterns AI can't classify, where electromagnetic anomalies are consistent, and where even soil chemistry changes. One particular pattern, when analyzed by AI, contained mathematical densities far beyond what would be expected in human art. Ratios, prime number sequences, and fractal layers built into the very structure of the design. It wasn't just beautiful, it was functionally perfect. What's fascinating is that this 1% consistently exhibits non-random coherence. That means they follow laws of geometry and mathematics, but not the ones found in our known architecture, design, or nature. There's something else entirely. Formations hundreds of feet wide maintain centimeter-level precision across their structure. To replicate them, a human team would need laser tools, days of planning, and aerial surveillance. Yet these appear overnight. Even when skeptics try to debunk them, the physical data refuses to comply. Some circles contain layers of compressed data detectable only by algorithms, patterns invisible to the naked eye, but readable through frequency and entropy mapping. That's why AI keeps flagging the same conclusion. This 1% isn't just weird, it's off the charts. And if a machine designed to recognize every pattern we've ever created can't place them, then maybe it's time we admit we're looking at something else. How the brain responds differently to the real ones. The mystery doesn't stop in the fields. It continues inside our minds. Neuroscientists have started measuring how the human brain responds to crop circle imagery, and the results are nothing short of astonishing. In a controlled experiment using EEG brain scans, participants were shown a mix of verified crop formations, known hoaxes, and random geometric patterns. The results? Authentic formations lit up parts of the brain normally activated during deep meditation or spiritual experiences. This wasn't just pattern recognition. These images triggered regions associated with awe, emotional significance, and transcendental awareness, areas of the brain that don't typically fire during analytical thinking. The hoaxes and control images did not produce the same effect. Even more surprising, AI has been able to predict which formations will trigger these brain responses before a human ever sees them. By analyzing the geometric structure and underlying mathematical ratios of each formation, AI systems now identify which designs will have the most neuroaesthetic impact. In essence, it's found a way to model how we feel wonder and link it to geometry. This raises a powerful question. Are these crop formations designed to speak not to our rational minds, but to something deeper? Could they be communicating directly to our subconscious, bypassing language and logic entirely? Advanced AI overlays comparing human brainwave activity during exposure to these shapes with sacred geometry like mandalas and ancient temple architecture found remarkable similarities. It's as if the most mysterious formations are coded for human perception, tailored to activate specific emotional and spiritual circuits. So maybe they're not just messages for our eyes or ears. Maybe they're messages for our soul, encoded in ratios and symmetry that our ancient instincts still understand, even if our modern minds do not. Crop circles as celestial maps. Now, here's where the mystery takes a cosmic leap. Researchers fed hundreds of crop circle patterns into AI and told it to cross-reference them with astronomical data. Things like star positions, pulsar clusters, and quasar alignments. What the AI found was jaw-dropping. Several formations perfectly matched the spatial geometry of known star systems and cosmic bodies, before those systems were even discovered. One 2008 formation mirrored a pulsar cluster only identified by astronomers days later. And the match was so precise it even replicated proportional distances between celestial objects. These aren't vague connections either. They're measured, consistent, and too specific to be coincidence. Could crop circles be celestial broadcasts, meant to be seen from above, rather than just appreciated on the ground? AI suggests yes. Some formations encode what appear to be star map coordinates, laid out in fractal geometry or spirals that mimic orbital patterns. They point to real locations in space. Even more curious, the timing of these formations often aligns with astronomical events: eclipses, meteor showers, or solstice dates. AI systems began noticing these patterns and flagging time-based correlations that hadn't been recognized before. This gave rise to the cosmic map theory, the idea that certain crop formations are part of a larger celestial language. They might serve as markers, guides, or even signposts meant for interstellar recognition. And if that sounds outlandish, consider this. If we're sending signals into space with math and geometry, why wouldn't someone else do the same? Only in reverse. AI was used to compare the meditation designs and the resulting formations. The geometric correlations exceeded what would be expected by chance, by a long shot. The system detected matching ratios, curve frequencies, and even mirrored symmetry points. It was like something, somehow, responded. This brings us to what researchers are calling the mind-reality interface hypothesis. The possibility that human consciousness doesn't just observe reality, it influences it, even interacts with unknown external intelligences through shared symbolic language. If you think this is just New Age fluff, think again. Even neuroscientists are beginning to consider the role of intention and focused thought in physical systems. What crop formations suggest is that something intelligent, be it advanced technology, a non-human mind, or an unknown natural force, might be responding to us. Maybe that's why AI couldn't classify certain formations. Maybe they aren't just messages from out there, but conversations happening right here. We've been scanning the skies for answers. But maybe the message was in the wheat all along, etched into fields, encoded in geometry, and waiting for us to finally see it. AI has pulled back the curtain on something real, measurable, and deeply mysterious. And the closer we look, the clearer it becomes. This phenomenon isn't about belief, it's about information. If you found this journey fascinating, subscribe and hit the bell icon, because the next message may already be forming. And we'll be here to decode it.